Welcome to Mind in a Bind. Take a breather, turn around certain ideas, and brighten up your mundane life with a fresh outlook. Listen on and tune in to the Takeaways from Life by Anita SJ.
Responsibility. On our way to bad health, we tend to blame all others around. Friends who would meet me every evening for drinks, my doting mother who would allow me to gorge on anything I chose, or my own children who, being genuinely busy, seem to neglect me. For the emotional state that we are in today, we tend to blame close and distant relatives, friends or colleagues, our employers or employees, or even our own spouse. We so readily blame everyone except ourselves. To say no to drinks was the needed response on the evenings if drinking was hurting my health. To not overeat was the expected response to my mother's cooking. What others think of me is their choice, but what I think of me is my choice. So, not being hurt by people's disapproval should be the ideal response. The ability to respond responsibly would have been the best thing needed in all these cases. We always have a choice. Don't you believe in me? See, you have the choice there too, whether to believe in me or no. The choice to really start seeing the choices you have, to look at them closely and work with them to maneuver your future is your responsibility. Again, to choose to see the choices or not is your choice. The word responsibility itself means our ability to respond. Taking up responsibility is such an often used phrase. If really thought over, it means quite a lot. A potter sees all kinds of shapes around. He fixes his imagination on a particular shape. He picks up the clay required to bring that shape onto the wheels. He molds the clay while holding onto that imagined shape. His hands are responding to the shape he holds in his mind, and the pot takes up a shape. Who now is responsible for the shape of the pot? Undoubtedly the potter. His ability to respond is responsible for the shape of the pot. Here, one may argue the potter's ability is limited to responding to the image in his mind, but he chose the shape from all around in the first place, so he is wholly and solely responsible for the outcome. The finer the ability to respond, the better the creativity expressed. When someone sees a glass full, he responds accordingly, but the choice of seeing the positive side was all his own. His response will correspond to what he prefers to see. His preference resulting out of habit of seeing the glass full by picking up the thoughts that justify the glass full observation, thus consciously developing a habit of positive thinking to become an optimist. One cannot be an occasional optimist. A habitual optimist alone is a true optimist. Going back to our responses, we know they are not impulsive, but actually are thoughts leading to our action. Whether we willingly accept this fact or no, our thoughts are our responsibility. It is we who have brought the circumstances of ill health. It is not right to say now that I am in a bad situation. Instead, it is apt to say that I have got myself in a bad situation, clearly meaning the way I respond in the way of thinking, my body will respond in the way of acting. Ability to respond first in thought, then in action truly defines us. As it defines us, it also defines others. When we learn to observe this ability, minutely in others, we will be able to define ourselves better. We all are aware of the capability of the human mind. It can calculate the distance between the earth and the sun without actually traveling. But a person's emotional intelligence and ability to respond is what characterizes him. All cigarette packet warnings read, "Smoking is injurious to health." The capacity of the human mind helps him understand it, but his response, first in thought, then in action, will decide whether he will smoke and fill his lungs with the injurious smoke along with polluting the air for others, or will he choose to breathe in oxygen, which is available free of cost and in abundance. I have to own up all my actions, success or failure, good health or bad health, a headache or a heartache. So respond ably and shoulder your responsibility.
Thank you for listening. Hope you enjoyed. I am happier today. Share the thoughts, subscribe so that you don't miss on our upcoming episodes.